Hi, my PA this time suggested I did this self-destructive negative talk as one of my newsletters, and I said, really? She said, Sandra, everyone seems to have that little voice in their ear telling them, shouldn't be doing that, and I'm not good at this, and I haven't done enough. So I thought, let's talk about a little bit, how can we help ourselves when we get these voices that seem really loud in our head? So I thought I'd talk a little bit more about self-destructive negative talk and how to deal with it. I've been working with a client recently who's had some issues with it and said it's really loud and it really bothers her. How does she reduce this noise in her head that constantly is negative? So what she decided to do, which I thought was a great idea, was to acknowledge that it's there and just respectfully ignore it and replace it with something that is the truth. 9 times out of 10, that negative talk actually isn't true. It's something that is really quite unkind and often quite abusive. We wouldn't normally speak to anybody else like that, so why do we speak to ourselves? So maybe make a bit of a laugh about it. I think comedy is a great thing, you know. Oh, there I go again, thinking negatively, and then focus on something really positive. Well, for some people, that negative talk really does hold them back because they don't go to maybe do an exam that they wanted to do, or don't go for a job that they'd like to do, or maybe even in a relationship, they think they're not good enough. So I think it can really hold people back, that negative talk, and they don't really reach their full potential. And most people know, as a coach, I really want everybody to reach their full potential. As a health coach, I think it's very important to remember that negative self-talk really can affect our health, not only physically, but when I'm feeling really negative about myself, my shoulders are low, I look despondent, I'm not very happy to be around most probably, and I think it affects our internal health and well-being. Some people that are really hard on themselves don't eat as much as they could, or they're overactive, or they work too many hours because they're workaholic and they're not good enough, so they do too many hours. So definitely being in that position with that self-negative talk, constantly listening to it, can really be detrimental to one's health. Question of all questions, why is it there? Do you know, I've got no idea why it's there. I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know is most people do have that self-negative talk. And as a coach, I'm often aware that the reason it might be there is there's something positive about it. For example, one of my clients, when I said, what's positive about the negative self-talk, she said, well, it does keep me on my toes and keep me active. So perhaps there is some sort of positive byproduct to that negative self-talk, but we need to put it in its place, I think, realistically, once and for all. So if you've really enjoyed these videos and you felt that actually I really do connect with what Sandra's saying and you'd like some more help and support, I'd really love to hear from you, so give me a call.